Hey my lovely ladies, welcome to the video. I'm going to be taking you through the first workout in the new series I'm doing here on YouTube, which is Grow and Glow Glutes. One of my favorite days to train. So that's why we're doing it on Monday, first day of the week, starting it off nice and strong. Today is day one of the 10-week series I'm doing here on YouTube. Go ahead and watch the video I posted before this if you want some more details. It is definitely not too late to sign up. All you have to do is go to my website and download the 10-week training program. It's completely free. I'll be posting here on YouTube 3 times a week with lots of tips and workouts and meals, but also let me know if there's anything that you want to know, if you have any questions or if you have any things you'd love to learn about. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into Grow and Glow Glutes. Let's go. All right, we're kicking off the workout with a warm-up. We're gonna be doing some incline treadmill as well as some dynamic stretching to really get our glutes nice and warm. I start almost every workout with a 5 to 10 minute walk on the treadmill at a 10 to 15% incline and a 3 mile per hour speed. Next up, I'm going into my dynamic stretching routine that I do before every leg session. So there is a difference between dynamic stretching and static stretching. Dynamic stretching is where you're going through the full range of motion, you're getting your muscles activated and your joints ready for the workout. Static stretching is going to be where you're holding a stretch and getting deep into that stretch. That's the type of stretching you want to do at the end of your workout. When you're at the beginning of your workout, you want to think of your muscles like a rubber band. If it's not warm yet and you try to stretch it too far and for too long, then it's going to snap. So you're just getting those muscles nice and ready through your dynamic stretching. So you're going to see me doing deep squats, some hamstring with a rotation, low lunges, and some leg swings here. This is really just getting my body nice and ready. During your warm-up, you want to focus on doing exercises that are going to mimic what you're doing in your actual workout and warming those muscles up. So since I am starting my workout with squats, that's why I'm going to start with some bodyweight squats and just squats with the bar so that I'm nice and ready for this first set. All right, first exercise in the workout is going to be a sumo squat. The sumo squat is a compound movement, so you're gonna be working a lot of different muscle groups at once. And the reason that we're doing this at the beginning of the workout is because it is one of the tougher moves today, and this is where you're going to have the most energy here at the beginning of the workout. So getting set up for the sumo squat, you're going to walk up to the bar. You're gonna take a nice wide stance. You're gonna have your toes slightly pointed out, and then you're going to grip the bar in the middle, and your hands are gonna be about 8 to 10 inches apart. I always use the ridges on the bar to guide me on where to grip. Just make sure that you are evenly grabbing the bar so you're not 1 inch off on one side or the other. You're making sure that you're grabbing right in the middle evenly on both sides. So with the sumo squat, we are starting at the bottom of the movement here. We want to make sure that our knees are right above our ankles. We're driving those knees out. Chest is going to be up. Back is staying nice and strong here. Core is tight and engaged. I'm going to be pulling up with that bar and fully standing at the top, squeezing those glutes. And then as we come down, we're going to be making sure that the bar is coming right down in a straight line. So if you're watching me from the side, you're seeing the bars going straight up and then straight down. Now I haven't been lifting super heavy lately, so I am building my strength back up. So in this first set, I am starting with 10s on each side. And then for the second set, I added the 25s to the bar and I did 25 on each side for the second set. Now something you really want to be mindful of, especially as you're adding more weight, is your shoulders should not be rounding forward. You want to make sure that you're pulling those shoulders back and down and keeping that core embraced as well. This is a booty exercise, but you're really working everything. You're working your back, your core, your booty, your quads, everything all at once. So be mindful of all of those things working and making sure that you're maintaining that good form throughout the entire movement. For this last set, I was feeling good, so I added those 10s back onto the bar. So I'm doing 35 on each side now, and whew, it felt good, but I was so toasted after this first exercise. All right, moving along. Next exercise is the Romanian Deadlift. So to get set up with the Romanian Deadlift, you're going to walk up to the bar. You're gonna place your feet right under the bar. They should be hip width apart, so it works out perfectly where your feet will be right under the smooth parts of the bar. And then you're going to grip the bar on the outsides of your shins for your hand placement. You want to pull those shoulders back and brace your core, and then the bar should be going right along your legs. So you're gonna lower down, bar's gonna go right along those shins, and then you're just sitting those hips back. You do always have a slight bend in your knee because you don't want to fully extend it out, because you can strain your back and strain your knees by doing that. So be mindful of that. So for my first set, I did do 10 on both sides. And then for my second set, I decided to add 10 pounds to each side, so 20 pounds on each side. And I was feeling pretty toasted from those sumo squats. So this is as heavy as I went on the Romanian deadlifts. I do try to add weight on every set, but sometimes I'm just not feeling up to it. So I finished the last 2 sets at 20 pounds on each side. Moving along to the next exercise, we have barbell static lunge. So going to rack the bar on my back and take a large step back. You want to end where both knees are at 90-90. So that front knee should be right above the ankle, and that back knee should be right under the hip. So 90 to 90. You want most of your weight to be in the front heel as you're pressing back up, really keeping that mind-body connection with your glutes. So big squeeze with the glutes at the top. Your foot placement is staying the same throughout the entire movement. So you're not stepping that foot back in like a normal back lunge. I noticed that the weight was a little bit too much for me. I had 10s on both sides and my legs were feeling toasted already by the third move. So I took the weight off and just did the bar here, and the bar is 45 pounds, so humble yourself and take the weight off if you're feeling toasted like I was. I'm going to work my way up next week to adding a little bit more weight. All right, moving right along to one of my favorite exercises for the booty, the hip abductor machine. And this is great for building up your side glutes. I am starting off here with 70 pounds on the hip abductor machine. The first set that I did here, I'm doing a time under tension method where I'm going to slow the rep down on the way in. So I'm going out nice and explosive, and then I'm coming in nice and slow for the count of 3. Increasing that time under tension helps to grow the muscle, so definitely try it out. Here in my second set, I am bumping the weight up to 80, and for this one, I'm going to be doing some pulses. So I'm gonna go out, and then as I come in, I'm not resting at the bottom. I'm doing 5 pulses. So just small little movements in and out for a couple inches, and then you go right back out nice and wide, back in for 5. This one is so killer. All right, last set, we are bumping up to 100 pounds. And for this set, I'm going to go just for a regular tempo in and out. So no pauses, no pulses. But this one absolutely toasted me. My glutes are so on fire while doing this. I feel more of an engagement when I lean my body forward slightly rather than sitting all the way back on the seat. It just helps me to get the area that I'm really trying to target here. Next exercise we have is a hip thrust 1.5. So what I'm doing here is I'm placing the plate on my thighs, and then I'm coming up all the way to the top. Notice how I have a straight line from my knee to my shoulder. That's how high you want to go up with your hips. And then once I'm up there at the top, I'm going to go down halfway, up again, and then down. So you're doing a little pulse there at the top, a little half rep, and then you want to make sure that you're pressing up through your heels here. Big squeeze with those glutes at the top. First set I did 25 pounds, and then on that second set I bumped it up to 35 pounds. And on my last set, I decided to head on over to the Booty Builder machine. If you have one of these machines at your gym, please use it. It's one of the best exercises I've used for my glutes. Hip thrust is a must, and this machine is really helpful. You put a padded strap on and you get into the machine here. You want to scoot yourself back just a bit, and then you're going to press up through those hips, again trying to make that straight line from your shoulder to your knee at the top of the movement. And then I'm just doing that little pulse there at the top as well. Make sure you're keeping most of the weight through your heels so that you are activating your glutes. If you put your weight through your toes, you're going to feel it more in your quads and your knees. So be mindful of that. All right, next move we have the Sumo Hip Thrust. So with this one, I'm taking a wide stance with my feet. Toes are gonna be slightly pointed out, and then I'm just resting the weight there on my thighs again. This time you have to grip the weight a little bit better because you do have more of a gap between your knees. So here I'm going to do a full rep all the way up. I'm gonna hold it for 2 seconds at the top. Keep that time under tension, and then lower down nice and slow. I like to just kiss my glutes to the ground and then bring it right back up nice and explosively. So for this first set, I used the 25-pound plate. I prefer to use the nice big plates for this, but with the 35-pound for my second set, they only have the smaller plate at my gym. So I'm using 35 pounds here for my second set. Again, really squeezing those glutes at the top, trying to keep that time under tension the entire time through this movement so I don't spend much time at all on the ground. Like I said, kiss those glutes, take them right back up to the top. And then for the last set, I did take it back over to the Booty Builder machine and finished it there.
Buckle yourself in, come up on the platform, move your back, step, shake, tuck. Now this last set that I have, I'm going to do a sumo stance with my feet. So I'm going out really wide here. Those are going to go slightly pointed out. We're going to drive the knees out. This workout's killing me.
Made it to the last exercise. Last exercise is going to be a cable kickback. So I adjusted the cable machine all the way down to the lowest setting, and then I'm going to be using the little foot hook strap, putting my heel in there, and then choosing a fairly lightweight for this. You actually don't need a ton of weight for this move. I think I used like 17 pounds. So what I'm doing here is I'm bracing my core, I'm leaning forward slightly, holding on to the cable machine, and then I'm going to bend my knee slightly as I'm in with my knee, and then as I extend my knee out, I'm straightening the leg out, squeezing the glute at the top. You also want to be really mindful of your back. You don't want to have a dip in your lower back as you're doing this. Make sure you have your pelvis tilted forward like you're crunching in your abs, and that's going to help you have a lot more engagement in your glutes and not put as much strain in your lower back. I didn't end up increasing the weight through this because I was really tired at this point, so I kept that same weight for all 3 of my sets and just finished it as strong as possible here. I was really struggling to walk down those stairs after my workout because this workout was absolute fire. All right, that is going to wrap up the Grow and Glow glutes workout. This is our Monday workout. This is the workout we're starting every week with here in our first phase of Grow and Glow. So that's gonna be the first 5 weeks here. We're gonna be repeating these 5 workouts. So get ready, girls. We are gonna crush it here. Please tag me on Instagram if you end up doing this workout. I wanna see you guys crushing it in the gym, and I'm so excited you're doing this with me. So please give the video a like if you found this helpful. Make sure you subscribe and turn on that bell notification so you don't miss any future videos. And I will see you guys on the next one tomorrow for upper body. See ya.
Keep dancing. Everybody dance around